honestly.
We're already having fun here. Welcome back, everyone, to Bay Sunday. It is not your typical blog, but again, these aren't your typical bloggers and authors and podcasters. These guys touch on topics ranging from men and women being just friends to other provocative and controversial topics about life and dating. From straightmalefriend.com, a big Bay Sunday welcome to John Scott and Marcus Osborne.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, welcome. And Marcus, it's been a long time. We did a couple of shows together many years ago.
Yes.
And here you are still single, and now you're making big bucks off it, right?
Well, let's not go crazy. Let's not lose our minds just yet.
Okay, all right, I understand that one of you is considered the sensitive one and another one the straight shooter. Who's the sensitive one? You're sensitive.
Yes.
Why? What?
I believe that my ear is tuned to receive certain female frequencies at a higher rate than some men.
Exactly.
In other words, Marcus has not been. You're the straight. You're the dad of the straight shooter, huh?
I just like to give it to them straight. Sometimes people just need to hear things kind of in a not so diplomatic way all the time.
I see. All right. Well, speaking of hearing things, let's go ahead and listen to a clip from the Straight Male Friend show on commitment.
Welcome again to your Straight Male Friends. I am Marcus Osborne. That is Matthew Stout.
Hello.
This is the show where ladies come to get advice and insight on what makes men tick when it comes to the game of love, sex, dating, and relationships.
You did say tick, right?
Yes, I did say tick.
Okay.
Today's show, Matthew, you want to set that up?
So today's show we're calling The Commitment Show. And this was because we got an email from a lady in Arizona, and we're actually going to talk to her later on in the show. And she had, quite frankly, I couldn't read the whole thing. I have the attention span of a fly, and this was a big in-depth story, so we wanted to talk to her in person. But commitment seems to be something that women seem to think men can't do, are not into, are scared of. And I personally, Marcus, I think that's it's a myth.
Absolutely. We'll be talking about that, too, in our Mythbusters when we do our live event. But, yeah, it is a complete and total myth. Men are not afraid of commitment. Let's just get it out there. They aren't afraid of commitment. What we don't want to do is commit to you. It's a personal thing, and I'm just keeping it real.
Oh, okay. There's the straight shooter there talking about commitment.
Exactly.
So, okay, so how does the sensitive one handle that, John?
Well, the stuff that I write tends to be more harlequin-y. I do the romantic stuff and some of the really deeper, serious stuff. The other two guys tend to write about, well, we address serious topics as well, about relationships and marriage and dating, but my stuff just tends to be a little bit more sublime, perhaps.
Where did this whole idea come from? What you don't think males have good friends that can help them sort of solve their problems? Like women always have friends.
Women always have friends, but they have the wrong friends. So when women are having issues with their boyfriends or their husbands, they tend to go and talk to their girlfriends or their best gay friends. And basically, I don't think, and I'm sure, John, you would agree, women are the best meters of what guys are thinking. And your gay friends don't care. So you come to your straight male friends.
Okay,
but it's hard to find the
straight
straight male friend.
Oh, okay. So on commitment. Do you guys commit? Is that what you're trying to say here? Or is it just when you're not going to commit to that woman, do you just give us some advice? Do you just go in there and say, not going to happen?
Well, on the issue
or do you let them down easy like the romance novel?
There you go, John.
The reason why sometimes we don't call you after the second date and disappear is not necessarily because we're not into you. Sometimes we don't want you to know things about us. It may be a man's insecurity that he feels if the relationship continues, it may reveal too much of him. So sometimes it's actually about us, not about us not wanting to talk to you.
Well, that makes sense.
Or sometimes you've got other people on the squad and you don't kind of measure up to the starters.
Okay.
That's also true.
Yeah, okay. Now we got it. Okay. All right.
That's also true.
Are you talk about your audience? I mean, how are they reacting?
You know, the funny
do you more women than men?
Oh, yeah.
Vastly more.
Really?
Significantly more women. But, I mean, it's a lot of fun because it's also a learning experience for John and I. And this is one of the great things we always talk about when it comes to having female friends is we learn a lot about women from women. All
right, what have you learned? Give me, we've got about a minute left. Quickly, something you've learned.
Well, we've learned that we should say to women more frequently, you're right. I agree with you. If we would do that 30% more, our lives would exponentially increase in happiness.
Marcus, has it changed your relationship?
Listen,
Relationships.
the one thing it's taught me is that I clearly have a long ways to go when it comes to learning to communicate with women, because women obviously communicate. Perfect example. If a woman asks me, Marcus, what do you think of this nail polish? I should break into at least 2-minute long soliloquy about the color of that nail polish, as opposed to my standard answer, which would probably be, oh, it's fine. Because when I would say that in the past, well, what do you mean it's fine? I just bought this nail polish.
Good. Like my husband after 2 hours at the hairdresser, what did you do to your hair? Instead of, you look great.
Exactly.
Okay, maybe it's
the simple
things.
Sydney.
Exactly. Marcus and John, thank you for joining us. And don't forget to check out their invaluable advice on straightmalefriend.com. You can also connect to them through their clips on iTunes. You can join their group on Facebook, and they have recently been added to the lineup on Alice 97.3 Radio. Check them out.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Sydney.
Coming up, lots of people just talk about problems in the world. We're going to meet a woman who can help us be part of the solution when we return.